Hey folks, welcome back. Nobody likes long, boring intros, so let's just get into it. I'm Fritz, actually. I run Game Metrodon, and I like to make historic Brawl decks. So today we're making a deck, or not making a deck, I'm going to show off this deck that I've made with Klement, Novice, Acolyte. We'll go over Klement really quickly, what the deck does, how it's supposed to work, and then we'll play some games with it. So first off, Klement, Novice, Acolyte. 1 colorless, 1 white for a 2-2. Specialized 2, we'll go over the specializes in a minute. When Klement Novice Acolyte enters the battlefield, creature cards in your hand perpetually get 1/1. That single effect right there is basically what this entire deck is going to be based around. Unlike most of the other specialized commanders that I've built stuff with so far, Klement is not actually based around specializing. Instead, it's the base form is all we need, and what we're going to do is we're going to just trigger that effect a whole bunch of times to make a bunch of surprisingly big small creatures. Now, that doesn't do too much on its own, but when you start turning things like Sanitarium Skeleton and Persistent Specimen into 3/3s or 4/4s, all of a sudden you can just pull out 2 4/4s from your graveyard every single turn. There's not much your opponent can do about it. So we're going to go over the rest of the deck. So to enable that, being able to trigger that sort of stuff as much as possible, we have 2 tricks. The first trick is just straightforward white bouncing. So we're going to enable that with things like Cloudshift, things like Ephemerate, and the second trick we can also see in our 1-drops is when Klement dies, we're just going to grab it back from the graveyard and smack him with it again. You can see that in the fact we've got stuff like Blood Beckoning, Phyrexian Reclamation, we have a couple other resurrection spells, and we also have a bunch of other enter the battlefield triggers. So for example, Angel of Unity, Charming Prince, here's more Flickers of Fate, Heliod Punishment is there as in a removal, Intrepid Adversary does really well in this deck, Loyal Warhound, things like Altar of Bhaal, we've got Viconia to grab stuff back if we need it. But the end goal of this deck is pretty simple. You play something, maybe you play something on turn 1, maybe you don't, doesn't really matter. Turn 2 you play Klement, and turn 3 you just bring out absolutely everything else to thrash them with. And the goal is that if they try to remove your bigger stuff, you bounce Klement. If they kill Klement, you resurrect it, whether it's with Sorin, whether it's with Graceful Restoration, Rise Again, Cavalier of Night. If they play big stuff, we have the removal, we have Farewell and Hour of Revelation, and we have Cavalier of Dawn as another tricky way to pull things back. I wouldn't say it's the big bomb, but the big bomb it is kind of the big bomb. It's the big bomb, it's the big win condition, is things like Agadeem's Awakening and Ascend from Avernus, the point at which we have thrown a good 10 creatures into the graveyard, and they're all mildly overstatted, and then we just pull them all back and proceed to beat them in the face with it. So, this deck is actually a lot of fun, so I'm just going to go and queue up a game. I think there's probably some more tuning you could do with it. One of the things that I will say I have found is that it is significantly less, hopefully we're not going to lag there, it doesn't necessarily have the amount of board wipes that you would necessarily want for something that's hyper-tuned to be able to brawl into things like Ghost Shinty. So you'll see probably if we actually get a game against Ghost Shinty, I'll probably get my butt thrashed. But outside of that, it's actually really fun, and it's surprising how much, it's actually not too surprising, but it is interesting to see how much just a +1 or a +2 on a couple things, on a couple stats, can very quickly turn very minor threats into very big problems. This is a unplayable opening hand, so we're going to mulligan this. We're also not on the play. Let's see. So in terms of our opening hand, we basically just want a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and maybe a 3-drop. Right now, this would be a decent opening hand if it wasn't for the fact that we don't have a white land. This is much better. Okay, so I think I see how I want to do this. If I remember correctly, this is one of the new commanders, and I believe this is probably playing off. It's a very aggro commander from what I remember of the few times I saw it. So we're going to go with Evolving Wilds. We're going to wait. I'm going to burn the Evolving Wilds and fetch a Plains at the end of their turn. Find Stone, yep. And our plan is going to be Klement on turn 2 into, if they blow Klement up, we'll Extraction Specialist and get it back. If they don't, we might do something a little bit different based on what we've drawn. Shadow Spear. That actually could be a little bit of a problem. Alright, Klement comes out. And so now, everything in my hand is now just a bit bigger, and all of a sudden, something that was a 3-2, which is now a 4-3. All of a sudden, my double strike is now a 3-5. That will turn into a 4-6. Let's see if we can so if they do go for this, yep, we are going to block it. Decline. We'll play another Plains, and we'll play Extraction Specialist. And Extraction Specialist with the ETB will go grab Klement back, and we'll get another stack of this trigger. And so now we're starting to set up a bit more of a serious board presence. Even if he kills Extraction Specialist, then we'll be able to block with Klement again. Wouldn't be surprised if we see Burn. Let's see how this goes. I can't block with... he'll take 5 and go up 5. Is it worth? I don't see any point to just throwing away the Extraction Specialist for free, where I can wait 1 turn and at least force him to spend some spells. I think he's almost out of cards. We need 1 more land, really, is what we need. I'm gonna crack this out. Next turn we'll specialize it probably into white, and we'll see. It depends actually. It's return up to mana value 3 or less, right? Yeah. So we'll probably specialize this into white next turn. He'll be swinging with a 6/6, but we'll trade. Even if he tries to remove it, it'll just dodge. So we'll force him to commit some more removal to it. Bloodthirsty Adversary, what's going to grab with that? Probably seize the spoils. Yep. 6/6. I still have 8/8 in stats, mate. So whenever 1 or more cards are put from exile from your library or graveyard. Yeah, but now you're tapped out. And I am more than happy to trade Lae'zel for your commander if you are so stupid as not to swing with it. I just need 1 more land and then I can start throwing down either Cavalier of Dawn or Cavalier of Night. Or I could just Wrath of God right here. Let's do this. Actually... this can't attack, right? I could specialize it, go get some stuff, but I think... let's do this. Yeah, here's what we'll do. Alright, this might be a mistake, but let's do it anyway. Let's reset the board. And I am going to... I'm going to put it back in the command zone. We just need 1 more land and then we're kind of in business here. He can replay it, and he can re-equip it, and he can start doing it, but we just reset that. And we still have a lot of our recovery spells, so... What I really need is 1 more swamp, because actually, we'll see. You're not quite who I need. What I need is a little bit more. Let's do this. Clattering Augur. You're not a land. Altar of Bhaal. If we have to, we'll give up the Clattering Augur, grab back Lae'zel, and roll from there. Preferably, I would have liked to play Klement last turn, right? And then we would have gotten the Klement. What did you do? Okay. Is there somebody I really want to have an ETB effect this turn? Not particularly. What I want is more. That's exile, and then I could get back. Got a better plan. Den of the Bugbear could be a problem. So I will say, if I don't pull another land soon, I am probably going to lose this game at this pace. I was in fact on Bolas Planeswalker. Do I? No. No blocks. We'll just take 7. We'll probably go fetch Lae'zel back and give up the Gaslighter. I'm sorry, Gravelighter. Eh. There we go. Alright. Still not a land. Still not what I need. Let's just reset things again. Which is he at? 6. He'll still have the 2 to equip it. Swings in for 4. Next turn we'll do Klement, just because then at least if nothing else we can slow stuff down a bit. Exile top card of your library. We're in pretty bad shape. The fact that we just cannot seem to catch one more, a 5th land is actually, so I can pull back everything under 2, right? No, I still need one more land. Game, why you do me like this? Turn permanent control to his owner's hand. We'll just play Klement again. Does he have lethal? So he can get 1 card off the top of his library, 2 cards off the top of his library, 1 from stats. Ooh, that's lethal, yeah. Unless he messes up his toggles here. Ah, man. Well, I wish I'd won that, but frankly, I expected to draw more than 4 lands and 20 cards. I'm sorry, 19 cards, which I don't think is unreasonable. I wonder what I could have done different. I probably should have not reset the board with that Wrath of God as early as I did. I probably should have just stalled. I think that was probably one of the bigger mistakes. We'll just jump into another game. Oh, come on. So that's the other thing, is that everybody is playing this deck right now, and it's not the most favorable matchup. And this is a terrible opening hand. Free mulligan. We now have more lands than I did at the start of last game. We'll keep. I'm on the play though. Do I Fable Passage? There's no reason not to, right? It deck thins. Yeah, there's no reason to not Fable Passage turn 1. Except that maybe I'll need a specific color or whatever else to do it. I have both colors in my hand. I don't have them hard, so let's go grab white. This is... oh, we'll see. We have the Teleportation Circle for bouncing, but I would have much preferred to have some creatures in my hand, right? So we actually have stuff to buff up. The fact that I don't have that, I'm not a big fan of. So what we might end up doing instead, are they going to get rid of Kaya or Teleportation Circle? Or Justicar's Portal? What we'll probably end up doing instead, I think, is... here's what we'll do. Okay, so this is... looks like it's going to try to control the game by pacing it that way. We'll do... okay, I have a fair number of clerics in this deck, and a couple warriors and stuff like that. So I did include this just because also at the same time, a 2/4, right, which is what it'll be most of the time, a 2/4 flying lifelink for 2 is actually pretty good value. Sanctum of Stone Fangs. Yep, okay, so this is traditional cult. Let's go. Angel of Unity. Maybe I should have buffed that up a bit more. I think I don't pay the 2. It might have made more sense to specialize last turn. Player or planeswalker, that is first strike, right? So pay 2 life. So discard a black permanent. I would have to give it the Swamp or Kaya. Don't really want to give one of those. Give up. Justicar's Portal. let's see. So he's got the green, so he's probably going to hit his commander out, right? To which our response is going to be to shove his commander directly back into the command zone. No, Starling Grove. Interesting. Interesting. And Doomblade. I could also just take action. Yep. Okay. I would have much preferred to use Kaya on his. I'm gonna save Kaya. I think. Let's see. X damage target. Beginning of your end step deals X damage, where X is number of shrines, which will be 4, which will be lethal. I pump to 6, take to 4. I think I can get slightly more out of this by doing this than just getting rid of Starling Grove. Oh, he can't actually hit it this turn. Can I stall this 2 turns and prevent him? He can hit for, what, 2? But yeah, just because of Goshenti, this is an unfavorable matchup, unless I pull one of my graveyard hate fairly soon. My next creature gets flying. No, it gets lifelink, my bad. He's gonna do it, right? Yep. Okay, so there's our big bomb, which we need 1 more mana to do too much with. How do I want to use that in relation to the way that I want the rest of this game to go? There's going to be no graveyard, there's not too much point in the Ascend from Avernus. Right? This can just do all enchantments, though. Okay. Okay. I think I see how I do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So, but he did already show that he's got Mind Spike. Don't know how modern a list this is. Ascend from Avernus for 3 would currently get me just those 2, right? I need to Ascend from Avernus for 8. Next to combat. I want to get his commander with this. I want to get at least 1 smack with his commander with the Farewell. Oh, you know what? Farewell doesn't hit Planeswalkers. Oh, baby. Okay, yep. This is dropping next turn. We are about to drop the hottest of mixtapes. And the mixtape is called Fuck Y'all Graveyards. Yep. I will block that. Yep. Okay, so we're gonna get Starling Grove and Sanctum, and yep. Okay. Yep. I'm not. Oh. Do I push my luck here? Let's start by playing the Swamp. Do I push my luck here? Next turn, he will play it. He will kill Kaya. I will then hit all in. Yeah, we're gonna push it. We're gonna do this. And if he has a counterspell, then I'm going to feel very stupid. But we're gonna let him get 1 more shrine. try to take out as much of his deck. So what's he gonna go get? Probably, yeah, card draw. That makes sense. So he's confident that he can finish my Planeswalker now. Please play your commander. Commit to it. Thank you. Now, you're gonna have to pay one more to actually get rid of Kaya. You only have one attacker. Yep. 6 to me. 6 to Kaya. Okay. Now let's see if he held a 1-drop counterspell. Oh, I should have done graveyards. He can sacrifice the Grove to fetch something off the top of his deck. I messed up. Yeah, smart move by him there. I misplayed. What's he gonna go fetch? Probably the other draw shrine? On the one hand, though, we will have dealt with Sanctum of Stone, All Seeing Winds, and Ancient Wars. Yeah, the other draw card. But he dodged. He still has the Sterling Grove, so he still has Sterling Grove Reanimate if he wants it, which is unfortunate for me. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I get one more mana, though, I can pull back Kaya, which would be good. Yep, there's that. So come on, give me... Okay, not quite what I wanted, but we'll make use of it. I did this in the wrong order. Wow, the local man cannot stop scuffing up. Alright, so that gets rid of Goshinti again. So now that's an 8, which is good for us. I did everything about this turn wrong. Whatever. Oh man. I could have. So this deck's really good, even if it's being piloted by a complete moron. We will probably Gravedigger for nothing just yet. Shrine Steward, Artifact Creature, Search Library for an Aura or Shrine. It's gonna go grab. Man, I missed a bunch of stats. Yep, Honda and a nice reach. Alright, so we just gotta play as much stuff as possible, I think, right? Can I get anybody cool back? Turn target creature from your hand to the graveyard. Here's what we'll do. Specialize into black. Give up Gravedigger. Get 2 zombies. Next to combat. Swing with everybody. We're just gonna try to beat him down before he gets another turn to do anything. Climb. We get one more land. We've only got 8 health left, my dude. Can't afford to be committing to a lot of shrines. Man, I've misplayed this game pretty badly, though. We'll see. Maybe the graveyard choice wasn't a misplay, because if I can get one more land and Descend from Avernus back... Let's see, Hunt of Night's Reach. Yep, I can't do anything with that. That will resolve. Best believe I am making every single creature I can. 8, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, that might be lethal. If he doesn't have a trick, that's lethal. I can't give anything. I don't really. Let's see. Oh yeah, I don't have any way of doing fast damage. I don't have anything that I can give haste. So there's no point in Ascending from Avernus or fumigating or doing any tricky stuff until after combat, right? So let's force the trick. Yep. Okay. Let's see, how do we want to do this? So I won't have Ascend from Avernus next turn. You only still have 8 life. So I need to get back as much stuff as possible. Which means if I kick you, and I pull back the Gravedigger, and then I return that back to my hand, I think that's the right choice, because I'll go with the Fumigate. So we pull back the Gravedigger, and then with Gravedigger, we put that in my hand for the moment. Yep. Yep. And oh, I only have to discard a card for each one, so we'll give up just Fumigate. Discard 2 cards. We'll discard those 2. Decline. I still have a much stronger board state than you. Yep. Okay. Let's return... What's the highest stat line I can get for this? Let's return Klement. So I still have 4 in stats. What are you going to do to that? Have a goose. You got 3 more life. London of Knight's Reach. Okay, I only give up 1 card in hand. So let's do... Nope. I want to be able... Wait, so this is tap 5. Okay, nope. ZZ. Combat. I might be banking a little bit too much on pulling this last land, I'll be honest. If I depopulate, I will draw a card, he will not. End turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Discard 1 card, populate. If you could give me 1 more land out of the, I guess statistically. Oh, cripes! I'm just gonna go grab with that. He's only got 4 to buy with though. He could just go grab another board wipe. I kind of hope he does that because then at least I'll finally have it be like, all right, time to Ascend from Avernus, regardless. I would love to have 1 more land though, so I get back a little bit more juice. Let's see where it's gonna go. But dude, you either have another board wipe or you don't. Regardless, I'll probably have to Ascend from Avernus next turn, unless he does something that I'm really not expecting. I guess it could have been Pact of Negation. I think it probably was Pact of Negation. Right? Maybe it was that land. I don't know what his last card would have been. Alright, well, there's no reason to not throw this in. 30% win rate against shrines, right? Because it does have the anti-shrine tools, but having the anti-shrine tools is not the same thing as being able to pull them at the right time. And Shrines was able to just pull stuff. The fact that I think I won that is probably due to the... Oh, come on, game. Why do you match me into these decks? Alright. On the bright side, so we know he doesn't have a play until turn 3. Do we keep this hand knowing that? Well, we know he doesn't have... I have 2 fairly decent turn 3 drops. He's on the go. We'll keep. Temple of Silence will scry, and if we're not getting a land, we'll burn it. Alright, land. Give me a land. Yes, thank you. Pass turn. Turn 2 will be Klement, and then turn 3 will probably be Nadar, I think. Lands, Klement, and then turn... Oh, but he'll play Jodah next turn. I gotta stop that, actually. I could specialize Klement into... No, I can't specialize Klement into black. My hand is all white cards. He's got no blue yet, though. No, he's got 1 blue. I'm gonna say Jodah. I just want to slow down that. I don't want you playing it on turn 4. And I kind of want to hold that. I kind of want to hold all of these. But... Now let's just go to combat. There's always next turn. Worst case scenario, we touch the Spirit Realm. And we'll cycle Klement to put another stack onto Nadar and Inspiring Overseer for turn 3. For turn 4. See what he does. I'm going to bait that. No, let's see what if you're going to do something. He only has 1 blue, but he's got 4 mana. So he has access to most of the... Most but not all the counter spells. So I just gave him a window to do something. Okay. Yeah. Yep, thank you. And he spent his blue on that, which means you no longer have a counter spell, which means... My dude, you don't have blue. Let my cards resolve. My people go. Alright. Still doesn't have enough blue to actually play Brazen. But this probably looks like it's going to be a fairly standard. So we'll play Klement, we'll see if it gets counterspelled. It probably will. This looks like it's a fairly standard, just Jodah power list. Yep. I'll put it in my command zone. Commit to memory. Honestly, dude, if you give me 6 new cards, I would really like that. Because then I will be able to... Okay. I have removal for Jodah. Take action. Yes. Thank you. Hey, look, it's all the lands that I haven't been able to draw. I think I gotta do this. They'll just play it again next turn. No, this is still fine. So then I do that. Day of Judgment, so he doesn't keep Jodah out. He'll return Jodah to his hand. He'll play it again next turn for a 5-drop. But he's almost at the 7. So even if I Elspeth it, that might not be enough. Oh, no. Well, okay. So I will play that, and I'll play that, and I'll do this. We'll get rid of that. And now it's an 8-drop. I would have liked to get a Klement trigger off so that I could have buffed Persistent to a 2/2. Interesting. Not surprising though. Klement is a very... Alright, well, let's see. Let's do this. Getaway card is... Yeah, it's not a creature. imagine playing land destruction spells. Like some sort of degenerate. I don't have any of my easy hand removal, so let's go with Nadar. Let's try one. Top. Next combat, all attacks. And turn. He's only at 12 life left. Even if I bounce somebody, I can't get much out of this, can I? Scry, create a treasure token. Create a goblin, or buff nothing in my hand. I'll just let it resolve. Okay, he's got the hippopotamus. I've got Problematus. Let's go. Inspiring Overseer and Nadar back. And it just occurred to me that I might have just staked everything and any chance I have of winning this game on pulling a land in the next 2 cards. But, you know. We've got 2 board wipes. If he overcommits to... We also know he doesn't have any... Is there any permanents under 3? You know he doesn't have any 2s or 1s drops. I actually need to keep that in mind for watching what he plays, actually. Enchantment card, reveal it. What's he gonna go get? Okay. Okay, I think I see a bad idea here, so what we're going to do is this. Nadar, create a treasure token, and turn. Now, if we're lucky, he's going to play Kiora. See, that's the thing, is that this is just a, hey, I took all my good stuff and I put it into a deck, but it's not quite as good as Golos. Yep, that's what I expect. Yep. Yep. Do I have a better use for Ephemerate than what I'm going to do with it? Not really. Let's just get that. Let's do this. Retreat control, yep. Draw a card, except now Nadar's about to go bye-bye forever, unfortunately. Plains. I would like to not give up everything, but what does he have in his graveyard? He's got a reset hand spell. I don't like him having that. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Oh wait, why couldn't I attack? I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I might have just thrown this game. Oh boy. Eight, 7, yeah, I think I just threw this game. 10, 8, and 5. Pass to attackers. Yeah, I think I threw that game with. So if he has a counter spell, I just lose, right? I got no more. I got no outs. let's create the human token just to see if he's going to do anything about it. You know what? He'll steal a land is what he'll do. Alright, I got no choice. Do I need to get rid of artifacts? Does he control any artifacts? No. Right? Nope, 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 nope. Do I need to get rid of creatures? Yes. Do I need to get rid of enchantments? Yes. Do I need to get rid of graveyards? Probably. He's got a counterspell, though. He's got to be holding a counterspell. Uh-oh. So that tells me that maybe he's not... let's do white. Maybe he's not counting a counterspell. Maybe he's just got something even better. Or maybe he's just dead set on winning with Jodah. The bright side is that now he no longer has Uro or Commit to Memory, so he can't reset our hands. Just decent. The downside is, wow, I really wish he'd played that last turn. Well, let's do this. Let's see if he's going to counter that. I'll just go grab another swamp if he doesn't. Oh. Also, I'm planning on getting a new mic soon, so hopefully that'll solve some of the audio issues. I know that right now it does not sound great. It sounds mostly like... is this worth doing? Yeah, I think this is worth doing. Let's see if he lets it resolve. He probably won't. Okay, yep. Decline. I'm fine with it being in my graveyard. Brazen Borrower, yep. Please, friend. Please, just overcommit to doing something a little bit stupid. Oh god, is this combo? So here's what he's going to get. Omniscience, probably maybe Omniscience, Peer into the Abyss, and yeah, Time Warp. It's just choose a card to be shuffled into your opponent's library. Might as well just call it I'm no fun. So he'll get Omniscience, he'll play Omniscience for free, and he can play Time Warp for free. Seriously, this card is just... I mean, it's a control deck. I took too long to beat a control deck, so now I lose. The problem is that this is the point where the control players are like, let me show you how clever I am. It's like, no, you're not clever. You have 8 billion mana and can pass as many cards as you want. Nobody's impressed. Hurry up. Take your goddamn turn. I'm also not sure why the matchmaking algorithm thinks that this deck is a fair matchup for this or Go Shinty, but maybe it's because I win, because people think that they're just going to auto-win those decks and they actually kind of suck with them. Okay, congratulations. You can't cast X-cost spells for no mana. I'm still playing this out, but you had better, you know, actually try to win, buddy. Because if you don't, I'm going to blow all your cards into the graveyard. Speaking of which, I feel like you should have gotten a draw spell, or like saved the Chromatic Orinary's draw ability to pull more cards. Because he can get what? Like if he plays Jodah, he can get an extra for each color among permanents you control. Yeah, that's 3 cards. That's three cards a turn. Okay. Congratulations, you have countered me. I have been countered. Maybe this is why this deck gets matched into these, is because it plays a billion board wipes. I don't know, man. You've got 5 cards in hand. You're telling me you can't win off 5 cards in hand? It's kind of a terrible Joda deck, mate. There we go. Just don't sacrifice another permanent. Take that up to 9 and hit me, and I die. What's the third one? Oh, Omniscience. Yeah, that would do it. I hate Dream Trawler. Let's go see what's in your hand. Normally, this is the point which I would have already conceded, right? Since he's got Omniscience out, I don't have an easy way of getting back my other Undo Inversion and Ruinous Ultimatum. Literally does not matter, but your hand is mostly land. So we're just going to do Ruinous Ultimatum. Actually, no, it does matter, because you can't cast spells from your hand without paying their mana cost. Oh, I needed one more mana, right? Let's do this. This is another card I hate. You don't see it as much anymore, though, because it really is just a win more card. Next. End turn. I'm very unimpressed with how long this person is taking to win, though. They seem to have forgotten the part where they're supposed to put cards that actually end the game in their deck that controls everything until nothing happens. I need to work on being less salty. Really, you're getting rid of the car. Okay. Oh my god. You put in all the mana, but you forgot that you're supposed to actually run me out of life or something. Just put in an infinite combo. Add Peer into the Abyss into your deck, and go fetch that instead of an extra turn. Oops. All right, I'm setting a timer of 3 turns. If this person can't win in 3 turns, I'm conceding. Like, there's no point to somebody who can't actually end a game. Which is weird, because it feels like his entire deck is actually based around... These are actually pretty terrible bombs now that I look at it. It's mostly just Emergent Ultimatum and other stuff, so he's just running the big things, but he didn't think to actually... I don't know. Put in some stuff that just... What would I put in? Well, Ulamog, more Search. I guess he's not running black, so that's a little bit of a problem. Why is he... Okay, hold up. So he drew those last turn. No, I'm not playing against you. You've already... He's missing lethal left and right, so... I try to play games out, but he had Kea in hand, and he had the other one in hand. He could have played both of those last turn. He chose not to. So, you're not playing. You're just trying to be like, I am such a clever player, I'm going to toy with you. I have to take that shit. I've talked about this before, but those are my least favorite people to play against. What sort of people do I like playing against? I don't know. Decks at similar power levels are a lot more fun than decks that are very, very uneven. What am I playing against? Old Rutstein? I will keep this. So for example, this deck, right? It probably has some good stuff. It'll probably be able to dunk me at least a little bit. Let's do Fabled Passage. We'll get another Plains. And I probably won't be very salty if I lose to this deck. I get salty when I lose to decks that are not particularly fair, right? So he could, for example, this person could have chalked their deck full of standard removal stuff, right? That's fine. Like, that's what you do. What I'm potentially going to do is see if I can wait for him to mill himself a little bit and then burn down his stuff. Except I want to play Gaunty next turn. So I guess we'll actually make the mistake of playing Bajuka Bog this turn. Alright. I'm gonna pay my Phyrexian Reclamation now. Like, okay, yeah, see, there we go. This is probably some form of resurrection. He'll probably be able to do stuff like pull Solemn Simulacrum out, right? And that's fine. But somebody who's like, I'm going to sit on all my big spells so I can be very clever, like, no. Nobody's got time for that. If you want to win with elaborate, like, bullshit combos, that's fine. It's trying to just sort of be like, let me show you how many cool cards I have. That I loathe. Let's steal Guardian Project, actually. Card draw seems very good. I can block with Comment and trade into the Solemn Simulacrum. Oh, he probably wants to resurrect that again, right? We do have Day of Judgment. Okay. Okay, I think I see how this game is going to be paced. Let's get... I don't know which one is the right color to get. I'm going to get... Oh, I guess sorry, I keep thinking this is the one where you pick one of two, as opposed to the one where you just pick one. Let's get Guardian Project, no attacks, and turn. Yeah, so I really should have saved the Bajuka Bog, is what I'm learning right now. And the fact that I didn't is going to make me get my butt handed to me. Is this worth doing? Let's take the 2 life and just block that instead of giving him more cards. What does this do? Return target card from your graveyard to your hand. Flashback. Ooh, what is this? That's a cool card. That's instant speed. I've never seen that before. How does he get that back? I'm confused. Maybe I'm just not very smart. I really wish I had a way to bounce Bajuka Bog, but I don't. So let's work with what we've got. Let's go borrow some more cards out of his deck. His deck seems really good. I like that. I don't like that. Kind of like that. I'll take that. I'll play that. And then... do I have any instant speed stuff? Not really. So let's just play the Gravedigger and keep grabbing cards and stuff. Decline. What else does he have that we can serve? Blood for Bones. Okay. I will put it back in the command zone. Very disappointing. Does he have enough to do? He's just gonna do Solemn Simulacrum. How does he keep getting stuff back? I feel like I keep. Oh no, Blood for Bones lets him get one back. Okay. Let's do this. I'm just going to keep borrowing your deck because your deck seems much better than mine. Isolated Chapel. Back for more. Gontichu, I choose you. I'm going to have it fight your commander. Also, I'm going to go steal more cards out of your deck. This is a good list this person has. Non-creature, non-land, create a blood token. Ooh, Agadeem's Awakening would have been nice. I wonder what the rules are for copying or stealing people's two-sided cards. Do I have anything in my graveyard that I don't? So if I want a Day of Judgment, and then I want to put a... Yeah, okay. Okay. So that's when it dies. I don't want it to die just yet, but let's get rid of the Solemn Simulacrum. I'm not going to take as much damage. So whenever he discards a card, right? What would I discard to give him minimum utility? Let's go get some more cards. Autopay. You may have a reassembling skeleton. What will you give me? Cool. Enters tapped. Scry 1. And we'll leave that there. And then we'll do Forceful Cultivator. Search for a land. I have, let's go grab some more swamps. And turn. He's probably waiting to grab a big tool out of the graveyard because he does have regrowth. Yep. Okay. So I was hoping to do this somewhat differently, but destroy 3 targets if X is 10 or more. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Oh, for only 4? Return all creature cards from your graveyard to the battlefield. Justicar's Portal. Gonti, Lord of Terror. I will be taking more of your deck. Again. This time I choose Doom's Necromancer. Also, I'll be borrowing some more cards. They hate me because they ain't me. Alright, so he's going to do that next turn, try to get everything back. To which I say, I have first strike. Shove it. Okay, so if I don't board wipe here, I think I lose, right? He gets everything back. Does his stuff have haste? He'll exile 2 cards from my graveyard. Gets -1, -1. Creature card with mana value 2 or less. Not enough of those. I don't have enough life. I think I lose this game, unfortunately. I've got 2 dodges. Let's... Do I have a 1-drop and a 2-drop? No, I've got a 3-drop. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wish I had a way to get some more life. One, 2, 3. I need one more blocker, right? So let's do you. Let's do this. Yep. Do that. And next, no attacks, end turn. So I just need to keep 2 of you alive, right? Target creature you control return to the battlefield under you control. So target creature you control returns to the battlefield under its owner's control. Okay, so exile target creature you control. Return to the battlefield under your control. I need full control mode, please, here, right? So, yep. Ephemerate. Exile target creature you control, then returns to the battlefield under its owner's control. Githyanki, Lord of Luxury. Yep. Resolve. So we've dodged those 2, which means we can block the Cemetery Desecrator. Let's go see what else you've got in your deck. I'm going to not let you have that, please. Alright. Any luck, that was your big kaboom. And I will block Cemetery Desecrator. I will take 4 and be at 1 life, which is very close to losing, but not there just yet. Ooh, you don't like my Death Touch. Oh. What? What? Okie dokie. Hardy chokey. Alright, game. Of course it stormed the festival. Decline. Swamp. Next to combat. All attacks. Next to blockers. Next to damage. Okay, I see a dumb idea. Step 1, Day of Judgment. Yep, you can have a card. So he's got a lot of big spells. He's got a lot of big chunky boys. 4, 5. I don't think he has haste. I'm going to bet everything on him not having haste. Let's go. I'm going to bet everything on you not having haste. That's all I need you to not have, is 1 turn of not haste. Okay, I might need slightly more than that. But those don't have haste, which means I get 1 more turn And that means I get to do this. What's the highest cost thing in my graveyard? 5? I think it's 5. I don't have any way of gaining life. Who cares? If you're going to lose, you might as well lose in a cool way, right? Up to 1 target non-token. Alright, let's get rid of Mind Stone. If I get 3 life, that's still not enough. But it's life. We'll take it. Aww. Sacrifice another creature. Yes, I will. We'll sacrifice that. And I will destroy this guy. Oh wait. Well, on the off chance that he somehow screws up, let's discard the things that aren't meaningful. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. An attempt was made. If he's smart, he'll realize I'm tapped out and just swing Drana and call it a day. See, that was a fun game, though, right? Like, I've lost, but this is fun. This is much better than you just go back and forth and nothing happens. Yep. Is there a creature I can give him back that will cause him problems? Could I have done that? You know what? I shouldn't have paid the Intrepid Adversary's cost. That was the big mistake. I still didn't get quite an out, even if I'd Ravenous Chupacabra, but I would have had a chance. That was a fun game, though. Do I end it on that one? Or do I do one more? Let's see. Let's do one more. I want to see if we can get one more win. What time is it? Probably about 7:04. I'll do one more game, then I'll go running, then I'll eat dinner, then I'll work on that neon white write-up. Oh, I've never played against this card before. This isn't the one that makes all humans just 8 billion times stronger, is it? It is. Okay. So, turn 1 Sagradia, turn 2 Klement. I did not get a good opening hand. So I had another version of this list that had a lot more creatures and a lot less removal. And it kept running into that problem of not running removal spells where your opponent just overwhelms your board states. Then I swapped in more removal. But I will say this is a bit less fun to play than that one, even if it wins more games. I've never played against this commander, though. Let's see. Thank you. might discard something to... Well, we'll see. I'm not liking that I don't have any more creatures. See, Getaway Car Klement would be a fantastic combo if the rest of these cards in my hand were, you know, actual spells. Okay, that sort of works. Otherwise, each player sacrifices a creature. Okay, here's how we'll do this. Phyrexian Reclamation. We'll specialize into black, throwing away the Gaslighter. Gravelighter. I don't know why I call it that. Alright, so now we've got a 3-3 and a couple more bodies on the board to apply some faster pressure. And we can Phyrexian Reclamation and grab back the Gravelighter. And then we can even just play the Gravelighter and burn something down on the board if we have to. And we'll just look at the getaway car and be sad. Klement? Phyrexian? No, Curse of Silence. Okay, makes sense to me. Don't have a plane, so I can't do anything with that this turn. Actually, next to combat. We'll wait for him to try to play this, hopefully. No. Is he digging for extra turns or answers? I'm not sure what they're digging for. Hit him for an extra 2, but I'm not sure that's worth it in the grand scheme of things. Because it's either an extra 1 and I give up Klement, or... Well, let's get this back now. Ah, man. Next to combat. All attacks. 1, 2, 3... Does this have lifelink? It doesn't, so if he didn't go grab a board wipe, he's a bit hosed. Honestly, even if he grabbed a board wipe, we can still keep applying pressure. The fact that I don't have any more lands, though, is becoming a problem. Because he's sitting on 6 to my 4. Okay. Oh, he's going to put the Shadow Spear on it. He's not. He's going to... Key. Allow me to show you my counter-argument. That's game. Alright, so those last two weren't... I wonder if this person has already been banned from the server. Sorry, those last two games weren't exactly the most stellar showcase of this deck, but it can be a lot of fun. I think you can probably see how you can buff stuff up a little bit and then turn it around and just throw it back at people. So with that said, I'm going to go do the last part of this, which is the ranking. Let me just turn on that. And very quickly, I'm going to go add this card because I keep forgetting. I don't forget, I just don't like adding stuff before the... Oh, I never actually even saved this one. Is it still going to be on my clipboard? No, it's not. All right, so I will just... Let's just pretend that I have a copy of this up here, and we'll pretend that it's there, and I will rank it So we'll just go to the little tier list template because I'm not going to waste anybody's time with that. So where am I going to put it? This is a pretty easy one. It's going to go up there in A tier with Lae'zel. It's not completely dominating or powerful like any of the other ones, but it's a really cool effect that you can sort of chain together. With that said, it's very vulnerable to hard removal, right? Because it doesn't buff itself. And if they remove your graveyard, stuff like that, then obviously the effect is a lot less impactful. And all the effort you've put into building up like hand state or creatures that you can resurrect with overstated stats for their mana costs just goes out the window. So anybody who's sticking around, thanks for watching. If you like my stuff, please don't forget to like the scrib and all the other things that you're supposed to tell people on YouTube. I am going to continue doing these. And as always, if you've got comments, feedback, that sort of stuff, please let me know. I'm working to improve. I know the mic quality is not super great. I just sold some stuff, and I'm going to use that to actually get a new mic. So hopefully that'll be coming in at some point in the future. So that's all I got for today. Until next time, take care, and we'll see you then.